So this is the Oceansouth T-Top model MA080W-5B. Looks like this from the front, this from the side. What I saw online doesn't look like this. So I have challenges now that I'm trying to put this together. So what's happening with mine is the front of this isn't straight up and down. It goes off on an angle like that. So, and then on the side, the way these things project this much, I just don't have enough room to walk around my console. So what I'm doing is I'm taking these angled pieces here. There's 4 of those for the bottom. I'm going to cut those off at the longest dimension I can. So you're going to go from that point right there up, and it's going to be about a 1/2 inch. So it'll be a 1/2 inch clearance between the pipe and between the pipe and the console. And then on the front, I'm going to use all the top pieces, and these are getting cut down to 1 3/8 inches because I have a sheet of glass coming up, and I'll show you that in a minute. So the glass screws to the front of the console and comes up. So I need to clear the thickness of the plastic, which is about 3/8, and then I want 1 inch of space just so you can clean behind it easily. And then so it's going to go. The top is going to be the bottom on the pole part. The top is going to be the bottom, and the bottom is going to be the top. So it's going to come straight off, the angled console, and then it's going to come up here, and then it's going to shoot over like this as it connects right up here. And then my width, I'm making it by. I got 4 inches, but if I cut those things down to 1/2, I'll have 3 inches, and I'll show you that when I get up there too. Okay, so this is what I did to my boat. Everybody's teasing me. They think I'm building an ark. But you need this to put the T-top up there so it holds it up while you work out the hardware. But here's the hardware. And these are 2.5 inches, and that's cut down to 1 3/8. And these are the other ones that are angled, which are all going to get cut straight. So it helps to be a trim carpenter. So I made this jig. I cut them in my miter box. So the jig is it's a little less than 3/4 right there. So I had to rabbet that bridge plywood a little bit. So it sits in here flat, and then you put a screw in here in the top, put a screw, tighten that, and it holds it tight. And it's there's my mark for 1 3/8. I haven't cut it yet. So then I'm going to do that, and then all these guys. So I made this jig, took me 5 minutes. I'm going to have to make these 8 cuts, and they're all so this will go in here like that after. Cut that off. And they'll come out, because this is so secure and everything. It's, there's no way it's going to jam in the blade and break everything. Break my blade, break this stuff. Okay, so the only trick I have to do is, see how this U-shaped part here? It stops on the angled ones, and it's straight on the top one. So because I'm switching this around, I'm going to have to cut off that 3/4 of the U-shape on 2 of these, so that the bottom end cap will fit on there, and I'll show you that in a second. So go up here. So I slapped this jig together to hold it up, and it's a little shaky, but sturdy enough, certainly sturdy enough. So here are all the other pieces. This is like for the straight through, and the bottom ones are over here. See, it's round on the end, and that's why you have to cut the part of that curved part out. All right, so I've got they give you these pipes. Pipe has a little bend in it. You can see it. Hold it like this. Yeah, now you can see the bend. Okay, so the bend, and then the other end's got these holes. Now the holes are for to go into that pre-drill thing. So I'm gonna have to make my own holes after, but okay, so these pipes are gonna go, like this, with the bend at the top, and those holes at the bottom will be inside the plastic, so no one will know. And then so those are going to mount to the front like in that drawing, and you can see there's not a whole lot of room between here and here, so I can't have this thing hanging way out a lot. So I got these pipes. The pipes are 4 inches difference in length, or roughly 4 inches. So this has got the bend again, but this bend's going at the bottom, but it's going the wrong way. So see these holes here? It's supposed to be, the holes are supposed to be this way, but I've turned the pipe a quarter turn, so the holes are going to be wrong. So I have to make new holes or use that hole somehow. Okay, so what's happening is I'm going to use that bend to come off my thing. It's going to be ½ an inch out, which still gives me a good clearance to get through. And then this up here, will connect up in here. So I don't know if that helps you, but it took at least a ½ an hour to sort out the hardware nightmare and how I was going to mount it. And but you couldn't do it without this jig. So you're gonna need I got 7 2x4s and some other little scraps of stuff to throw that together. And the height will depend on the height of your console, and I'm a little lower than what I wanted, but I'm 6 feet tall, and I got I don't know, 3 inches between the metal, so I won't be banging my head on it too often unless I'm out here wearing high heel sneakers or something. But I think that's it. Yeah, so then, oh yeah, the other thing you gotta remember is when you assemble this thing, it doesn't tell you this screw right here is going to be your locking screw. If you put this pipe in one way, the locking screw would be up like this. You wouldn't be able to get to it. So you want to make sure you can see those locking screws when you assemble it. So the one in the front goes one way. See the screw? So because that's going to, no, actually this is going to be level now. Yeah. So you want to keep track of those screws, or else you won't be able to access them, because you're going to have the whole thing built. You probably have all the fabric and everything on there when you do it, unless you want to. I don't know. Maybe I'll do the fabric last. But anyhow, so that was the only thing you got to identify. Then you gotta drill and put some screws here. You gotta put some screws here, and and then know that you got room to work inside your center console. And I got all that worked out. So I don't know. That's the only heads up I can give you. So good luck with your project.